Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Wednesday, May the 7th, 2025. So as you can see, we are down here in Susan's cabin, way down here, which of course is part of the Skyline Valley region. Now this is a fairly new location. We got this actual location during the Glow of the Ghoul update. I made a little video a couple of weeks ago in regards to the location. And there's a nice little detective work you have to do down here in terms of, reading some notes and some holotapes. Nice little storyline down here regarding that dead carcass over there. You can check out that video if you so wish, if you're interested in that stuff. I know some of you are. Of course, this is the site of the Big Bloom, which is a brand new seasonal event that we have here in the game. And it will go for 2 weeks. It started yesterday, Thursday, May the 6th, and it'll go all the way to May the 20th, which is pretty awesome. Very similar to Fashnet, where we have a seasonal event. Only happens in one location. It only comes up, a certain time of year kind of deal. But yeah, we're on a server with other people, as you can see. Wow, look at that level there. A lot of high levels the last couple of days I've been seeing on these servers. Pretty interesting, for sure. Alright, so we're here for the Big Bloom. I'm not too sure if we're going to have it as a daily challenge, but as we get along here and they'll start popping up here. Again, the Big Bloom is every hour on top of the hour. We have gotten quite a few plans here, so, just yesterday, just playing it twice, which is pretty awesome. I recommend having a weapon on you that will create fire damage towards enemies. Usually like a flamer or a flaming chainsaw. I have this Crusader pistol, has a pyro mod on it. Something similar to like, plasma caster, plasma rifle, etc., etc. So, yeah. So I usually recommend to wait to talk to Black-Eyed Susan and wait for other people on the server to come. Like there's only a couple people here. But that's what I would do. You don't, as soon as it starts up, wait for other people to join, because some people are AFK and they have their timer set. And someone selected them anyway. Okay, whatever. All right, so we all have to go after some flowers. They're going to be kind of singled out. They're not going to be in a group like that. See how they're all in a group? They are going to be singled out. So there's some yellow ones, blue ones, and red ones. You collect those flowers. Kill some enemies. You have to put the flowers right in that little basket right there, all right? And of course, everything is, it's a huge minefield down here, so you do gotta watch out for that. Here's some blue ones here, and all you do, you just collect kind of thing. Then you can hear all the different mines that are kind of going off. Oh. There's also some that are down here as well, so it's good to kind of go after them. Now, there are challenges that are associated event challenges. So if we go back to our challenge page, so these are the event challenges, and these have to be completed during the Big Bloom event. All right, so just an FYI, and we'll kind of go through that quickly there later, but I just kind of want to show you that real quick. And again, these things, they spawn up fairly quickly, like in the same location. Make sure you put these flowers away here. So we're going to try to kill some enemies at the same time if we can. Oh, died. Wow. Nice, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I haven't died in a long time like that. That's weird. Wasn't paying attention to my HP bar, I guess. That's what happens. Oh. Just don't forget the flowers. That's all I can say. I know you can get pretty wrapped up with the enemies here. Okay, we almost got them. I don't even have any Molotovs on me, Jim. Nope.
You're doing great, sweetheart.
Yeah, there are a lot of people. A baby there.
You got all the flowers. How was
Get your health, Jimmy boy.
Now I just need you to burn up all those next flowers.
Ouch.
Use whatever you have at your disposal and light them up. Just like a Christmas tree, dearie. That'll show those shine ways not to mess with
Alright, so we can see the disturbance right about here, but it pretty much takes up the entire map. So I recommend you come over to here, and this is where the corpse of interest is there. Magellan. And Beelzebub will usually spawn like right here. Oh, right there, nice. Nice. Awesome, awesome. I think we gained 2,500 for 2,500. Pretty awesome there. Yeah, this event goes by really, really quick. I'm so surprised by that. Get a bunch of other enemies around, and keep note that when you do that, everyone, like if you accidentally shoot at somebody, like if you're trying to get an enemy, you know, they, depending on who they are and how long they've been playing, they may be aggressive towards you after that, because some people take it quite a great offense to that if you accidentally shoot at them. But just an FYI if you're kind of new to the game, all right? So you kind of see how he's kind of out by himself there, so let's... Alright, good stuff. Let's take a look here to see what we got. Anything interesting. Of course, we got a couple of legendary enemy weapons here, I guess. Get a flower crown, green invader. Okay, nice. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, right on. Okay. So we did get quite a few plans. The very first time we played it yesterday, we got like 4 plans, which is pretty awesome. All right, let's take a look at these challenges here. First time kind of looking at them there. Okay, well, we'll be able to do that one there, I guess. Kill an insect during the big bloom while wearing a flower crown 5. All right, so that's definitely interesting. All right, let's go around and collect some stuff here. Ammo, more than anything, I guess. Nope. All right. Yeah, I can't believe the size of this thing. It's a big honey beast. Look at that. Wow. Awesome. All right, let's get up here real quick here, and we'll talk about it before we head out. So talking about these special event challenges right here, and all we get is we just get extra score for them, okay? And they have to be completed during the Big Bloom event. All right, so just an FYI. So with this one here, for example, kill an insect during the Big Bloom event 5. Now it has to be an insect at the Big Bloom event and during. Okay, like you can't go to another part of the map, kill an insect during the event, and it has to be at the event. Okay, I really wish it kind of explained that a little bit better. So just an FYI, I'm going to see if I can try to make a separate video on this, just to kind of explain that, especially for the newer folk. So let's take a look at that daily there. So gain XP 2500 for 2500. Again, that is very, very easy to do. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can go ahead, you can build things in your camp, you can craft things at a workbench, and you can go ahead and kill a bunch of enemies. Now, of course, the higher the level the enemy is, again, more XP you will gain, so it's just an FYI. Now, there is something you can do that to help yourself when you're gaining XP, and that's to take a couple of lunch boxes. Now, go under item, and you go under A. We have these lunch boxes here. Right there. Now you can stack 4 lunch boxes at a time. All right. Now I'm surprised nobody opened up any lunch boxes, but everything was pretty chaotic there, happening so fast. But usually someone or 2 people will open up a lunch box. So if you don't even have any lunch boxes on your person, if you come to public events like this on public servers, usually there will be people using lunch boxes. You don't have to be on a team. You don't even have to know them. Basically, you will get the benefits of that opening that lunchbox. Okay, so FYI, you can also buy your own lunch boxes as well. If you go to the atomic shop here, I'm just kind of showing you this just to kind of adding it in once it loads in, of course. If you go down here to the utility section, we can buy lunch boxes here as well. Now, sometimes they do go on sale, so it's always good to keep an eye out for them. Now, if we go into the featured section and go under the special offers, I always recommend, even if you play for about 5-10 minutes a day, always come to this section every day to claim your free item. Now, today we have a free carry weight booster. Sometimes there are lunch boxes here, and that's a good way to get lunch boxes for free, just by coming to the atomic shop and playing, and taking a minute out to claim it. All right. Last but not least, another thing you can do to kind of help yourself to gain XP is by joining or creating a team. So you just go social, and again, you can create your own team if you so wish, or you can join a team. But as you can see, most these will give you bonus XP. Even this casual one, bonus intelligence, always gives you extra XP. But if you don't plan on doing exploration, expeditions, raids, or daily options, there's an expectation with those, okay? I usually recommend joining events or casual, okay? Just for particular daily, weekly challenges. That way there, you don't have to be drawn into those expectations and, getting a bunch of people mad at you, all right? So just an FYI, that's something else you could do. But you just saw there, we just did this one little event, and we were getting our XP 2500 for 2500 done. All right, let's see what the next one is. Now, unfortunately, we won't be able to do this bad boy, but we'll still talk about it. Kill an insect during the Big Bloom event while wearing a flower crown. So it's not real particular in what type of flower crown it is, all right? Let's head back to our camp here real quick, and we will kind of go over it there. So let's fast travel real quick here. And again, it's not my usual routine. Usually when we have like Mothman Equinox or Fashnet Day, I usually kind of skip ahead of the usual introduction that I do. You guys know who've been watching me play for quite some time. All right, so let's take a look at it again. We'll talk about it again just for the people who are using the timestamps and such. Kill an insect during the Big Bloom event while wearing the flower crown 5. Okay, so of course the Big Bloom event happens right down here at Susan's cabin. It is the new seasonal event that starts on yesterday, which was May the 6th, and it goes all the way to May the 20th, all right? And the main thing you have to remember is you have to follow the directions. So it has to be an insect, okay? So bee swarms, okay? We also noticed some blot flies there as well, okay? So that is what would be considered insects here in the game, okay? And then the other thing is it has to be during the Big Bloom event, all right? So if you go somewhere else that we know there are insects, okay, like Aaronhold, Homestead, the Newver Gorge Bridge, etc., etc. If you go to those places during the event thinking, oh, I won't have a chance to get any insects at the Big Bloom because it's chaotic, okay? But that won't work. It has to be the insects at the Big Bloom event. I just wish it kind of explained it a little bit better, okay? And last but not least, you have to wear a flower crown, okay? And the only way to get a flower crown is to, of course, complete the event. And you will get a flower crown plan, all right? So let's take a look at that real quick. We're going to go under my notes here. We're going to go under plans. Now, I haven't learned them yet. But we got a flower crown here. So we got 3 of them. Cardinal Weeper. We have a green invader. And I think that's the only flower crowns I got. Yeah, it is. So it's not real particular in which flower crown you have to use, because that would be definitely unfair for sure. But all you have to do is you just learn your plan. So let's go ahead. We're going to learn a Cardinal Weeper here. Okay. Of course, we have to craft that at an armor workbench. Let's go ahead and go craft. We're going to go down here to headwear here. Let's go down to the F section. So there we go. So there is our flower crown Cardinal Weeper. Again, you're going to need Cardinal Weepers during the event, okay? As well as cloth, 3 cloth, all right? So, again, you have to complete the event at least once, kind of go around and collect some flowers, etc. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and craft it here. I would say this is probably the hardest part. I'm surprised they made a daily challenge like that. And then all you do is you go back under your Pip-Boy, go down here under apparel, and we have our flower crown Cardinal Weeper here. So let's go ahead and put that bad boy on, and there we go, just like that. And there's our crown. And once when you have your crown, you can just either keep it on or what have you. I don't believe it gives us any type of effects. Let's take a quick look here. I don't think we do. No, we don't. Okay. I just wanted to check just to be sure. But again, that's all you have to do. It doesn't have to be this particular crown. It could be any crown that you had learned. But as you saw there, you will have to go around during that event and grab those flowers, okay? And, save a couple for you, put some in the basket, etc., etc., all right? So just an FYI there. All right, so we're not going to bother doing that one, but I still kind of wanted to explain it just a little bit better. All right, so let's going to pop out of here. We're going to go right to our own separate world here, a nice little private world. And we'll finish off the rest of these bad boys. Yeah, I would say the Big Bloom is fun to do, but it's very, very chaotic. Like again, it's new, so you get everyone and their dog down there. And yeah, if you're not watching your health bar, you could easily die like I did. And I'm a tanky build, but I think my armor needs to be fixed up a little bit, so that definitely doesn't help me at all. All right, once we load in here, we will continue on the good effort. All right. Let's take a look here, Jim. All right, now there's a lot of people on that server. That's why I decided to go to this one right here. Collect energy ammo 10. Okay, so a couple of different ways we can do this. Now this one here is more specific. Is actually energy ammo. So if you go after ballistic ammo, like 308, 45, 44, 556, etc., they're not going to count. It has to be energy ammo only. Okay, so a couple of ways you can do this. Again, you can go ahead and equip an energy weapon on your person. Okay, like that way there when you draw your weapon out, kind of thing. I'll have that's your energy weapon. It's not just good enough just have that weapon on you. And then all you have to do is you go around and you kill enemies with that weapon. And by doing that, you will be getting energy ammo back. Now, I usually find robots are a good source of fusion cells. Okay, so you can go after robots, doesn't matter what weapon, and you will get some fusion cells from them. All right, so FYI there. Another thing you do while you have that energy weapon equipped, okay, you can open up ammo boxes and ammo bags. All right, you can do it that way as well. And just to give you a couple of great spots, we have the upper lower section of parking lot just west of Vault 76. So the lower section more so will have ammo boxes all the way at the far end by that APC vehicle. And you can check out those ammo boxes. And right here, forward station Tango, this is a great spot for energy ammo. There's, I would say, at least 6 to 7 ammo boxes, ammo bags down there. And again, there are a couple that you have to unlock with a pick lock, and you do usually get a little bit more ammo out of those bad boys. And anytime you are looking to collect ammo from ammo bags, ammo boxes, there is a perk card that will help you out. It is got, yeah, that's called Scrounger. It is under lock. Find more non-explosive ammo based on your lock. All right, so when you open up those ammo bags, ammo boxes, okay, and even enemies, when you're killing enemies and you kind of, collect from them, this will give you a little bit more ammo at times. All right, so just an FYI there. Another thing you can do is if you have an ammo box, if you have Fallout First or had Fallout First in the past, you're still able to craft your ammo storage box. And if you put energy ammo in here, you can collect from here as well. Okay, it is not a glitch. We've been able to do this for, quite since we had the ammo box. All right, so just an FYI. And last but not least, you can craft energy ammo at any Tinker's Workbench. That will also count as collect. And of course, that's your ballistic ammo, but we're only interested in energy ammo here. And again, you can go ahead and collect your craft your energy ammo right through here. We can use Ammo Smith under agility, and we can use super duper perk cards to, craft just a little bit more. And we do that all the time here on the channel. We just did it just the other day. Let's go ahead. We're going to collect out of our ammo storage box. Now, again, it has to be energy ammo. So any energy ammo will do. So let's grab some 2mm EC rounds. Just grab 20 of them. Right, collect energy ammo, 10 for 10, done, just like that. Right, so that's nice and easy. But again, I gave you many great options there to, to collect your energy ammo. Let's see what's next here. Scrap junk to produce oil 5. So oil is a junk item, which we can use the bulk and scrap method at any Tinker's Workbench. Let's go to our Tinker's Workbench here in our camp. We're going to go craft. We're going to go down here to bulk. Go to the O section, and to bulk 1 oil, you need 2 plastic and 10 waste oil from your stash or scrap box. Go ahead and you bulk your 1 oil, then you scrap is hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. More so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for the people that like to get things done quick and easy, the bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at for most junk items here in game. Now, I do have about 5 videos here on the channel where I show you some great spots for this particular challenge, where we scrap junk to produce oil. You can find them right here in the channel. They're all in a playlist. So just an FYI, you can check those out if you so wish. All right, and let's take a look at some spots here. I find right up here at WV Lumber Co. pretty good spot. Blue Ridge Bunkhouse, a good spot. So we're looking for canisters and fuel tanks. That's what we're kind of looking for. Toxic Larry's Meet and Go where the triplets are. That's a pretty good spot there as well. Inside Sugar Grove itself, that's a pretty good spot. Like the first door that you kind of go into Sugar Grove, it's like a big office area. That's a pretty good spot there as well. And right down here, Mount Blair Trade Yard, I find is exceptionally good for that as well. Just around that building where we do Battle Bomb. All right, let's go to the Blue Ridge Bunkhouse here, and we'll try our luck here. All right, start there, buddy. So we have these gas canisters here, and as we can see, the gas canister will give us 1 oil. Another one up there. We have this lantern. Lantern will give us, look at that, 2 oil. We have this oil can. Ooh, got this oil can here, and as you can see, 2 oil from that, so that is more than enough oil. We also have this guy back here, this fuel tank, which give us oil. And there's another fuel tank up here as well.
At least it's nice out, right?
Right there. Alright, let's go ahead and scrap this stuff up here. These gas canisters, you can see right in the middle of the item stats what we're getting back. There we go, scrap drink to produce oil, 5 for 5, done just like that. Now again, if you are short in time, the bulk and scrap method is where it's at. Alright, let's see what's next here.
Yeah.
Collect brain fungus 5. Okay, so many great spots we can find brain fungus in and around the wasteland. Right down here at the Rusty Pick again. Free fast travel once when you discover it. The Rusty Pick just kind of go inside and there's several brain fungus inside there. Usually right up here at the abandoned waste dump. Now, this is a guaranteed spot for 2 death claws inside. Sometimes there's 3, but inside that cavern, all kinds of brain fungus in there. 1 second. Jeepers, it's kind of warm in this room here. Right over here, Wendigo Cave, another great spot there. Again, this is a little bit higher level area. It does have a lot of Mirelurk, like high level Mirelurks in here. And cave crickets, etc. But again, a great spot for brain fungus. Usually anywhere in around the mire will have brain fungus, like in around the waterways and then in around the buildings, okay? Out behind the General Steakhouse, you actually spawn right here in this river system. There's a lot of brain fungus down to this river system, and there's especially by like an old trailer, and there's a big, huge patch there. I think you can get anywhere from 3 to 4 brain fungus just in that one little spot there. Pretty good. And of course, down here in Cranberry Box, same thing as a mire, more so in around these Sundew Grove areas, so just an FYI. Now, some of you had been mentioning, and I keep forgetting it, it is the White Spring Service entrance. Some of you have been mentioning about brain fungus in around here. So let's pop over here real quick. Now, I've been meaning to come here, but and I keep forgetting until someone had reminded me just yesterday. So if you come here, there's a raider area close by. So let's go down the road here. Oh, Snallygaster's right on. So that's what's that up there? That's something else up there, I think. We're just going to take a quick peek around there, and I'm just kind of going off of someone reminding me there yesterday about this area. But there's like a little raider or Blood Eagle camp around here. And I might have to do another episode to kind of look for it. But I know there's a lot of old raider camps in around here. Some Brahmin that are running down the hill that are booking her there. Alright, I'm going to have to check back on this location. Just kind of on my own. Because I don't exactly know where it's at. I know someone will mention again. Let's try up here. It's just like a substation, I believe. Yeah, it is. This is near one of our camps here, the crossroads. Okay. Could be in the wrong spot, but anywho. Someone will mention it again, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of look for it on my own, and next time I'm sure we'll have it again there this week. So let's go to one of those spots for the brain fungus here, and we're going to go right to the abandoned waste dump because we cleared out the Rusty Pick yesterday. And so let's try our luck here, the abandoned waste dump again. There'll be 2 guaranteed death claws in here, so we'll have to kind of watch out for them. There we go. Now, there is a perk card that will help us out here. It is under Perception. It is called... Where we go here? Green Thumb. Recharge much when harvesting flora. So instead of 1, you pick up 2. Now, most flora here in the game, when you pick up 2 using this card, you only get count for 1 for the daily challenge. But for whatever reason, Brain Fungus works the way you want, where when you pick up 2, you actually get credit for 2. Okay, so this particular perk card here is really good to have for this particular challenge. So we're going to shut our light off here. We're going to lock and load just in case we come by Buddy there. Let's kind of go along here, and again, there'll be a death claw sleeping, 1 running around. All right, so there we go. Nice little area there. Okay, so again, as you can see, there's loads of brain fungus here in this one little spot. And there's one of them there. He's kind of sleeping there, as you can see. All right, let's take a look at the next one here real quick. Cripple Mirelurk Slim 2. So a couple of great spots we can find Mirelurks here in around the wasteland. 6 of them up here, the Toxic Dried Lake Bed. Right down here, New River Gorge Resort. So if you head out back towards the pool area, it's like a rocky pool area. There'll be 3 of them. And if you head to the south, there'll be a log cabin. And there'll be 2 more inside that cabin. Right over here is the Ohio River Adventures. Again, another great spot. So there's usually about 4 or 5 adults. There's about 5 Mirelurk nests. So when you interact with a Mirelurk egg, a couple things can happen. You can either pick up the egg or it explodes. And when it explodes, there's a little Mirelurk hatchling that pops out. And they also count as Mirelurks. Now, if you talk to Fishbones down here, I have a huge issue with Fishbones. He doesn't want to work with me, but at some point, I like to kind of save that interaction for a time where we have like a weekly challenge. We have to cripple maybe 30 or so. But again, if you talk to Fishbones, which is part of these Raider faction here, he will help you out and maybe spawn in like a little mini event. And there's usually about half a dozen to a dozen Mirelurks that kind of pop up for that. It's been a very long time since I've done that, but I know Drake Stamps here, a member on the channel, reminded me yet again about it. And I appreciate that a lot because it's hard to remember everything. And but again, you can try that out. Talk to Fishbones and keep going to the dialogue, and hopefully that little event will pop up for you. But I want to save that for a time that we have like a weekly challenge for that. 4 of them down here in Lake Reynolds. If you are looking for a little bit more of a challenge, we have way up here the Myers Eye. So not in the Myers Eye, but on the outside perimeter where you'll find your Mirelurks. We have good old Vault 94. Very high level spot for Mirelurks. A lot of Mirelurk Kings through there. Right here at the Quarry X3. Right down here at Hemlock Springs Dump. And Slumber Mill Motel. Just to name a couple of great spots for you guys, okay? So let's go over here to Ohio River Adventures. And there's a couple adults around. And we'll show you Fishbones here real quick. I'm not going to go through the dialogue, but I just want to show you who the person is, just in case if you didn't make it down here. Now, we're just not killing these guys. What are we doing here, Jim? We're trying to cripple their limb. Now, I find for Mirelurks, it's hard. I find I have the best luck going after their heads, doing headshots, all right? But again, it's up to you. And again, if you can free aim for the head, by all means. If you use VATS as a perk card, that will help you out. Under Perception, it's called Concentrated Fire. Allows you to move your VATS from head, torso, arms, and legs, okay? So FYI there. Now, not all weapons are created equal, so let's kind of go for the head here. Hey, we got that guy. I think the other one they have killed there. It's kind of on the water's edge here. Yeah, they did. It's right there. Just past them. And again, there'll be 3 more down here again. Just kind of shoot for the head. There we go. Cripple Mirelurk Slim 2 for 2. And again, not all weapons are created equal when you're trying to cripple. Find the plasma caster, plasma rifle, bow and arrow, crossbow, shotgun with the enforcer perk card under agility. The drill with a tanky build or power armor build. Most ballistic weapons work quite well. All right. So let's go here. I just want to show you Fishbones here real quick. He's like their kind of second in command here behind Meg. But you head right down here And again, kind of go through the dialogue with him, and he'll eventually spawn like a little mini event kind of deal. And there's fish bones right there, okay? So I'm not going to bother talking to him right now. I want to save him for a weekly challenge, but you can try that out. If you do try it out, let me know how you made out, all right? All right, let's see what's next here. Take a camera picture of a Super Mutant 1. All right, good stuff. So again, when you said take a camera picture, it has to be the Pro Snap Deluxe camera. If you try using photo mode, it's not going to work. And of course, the Super Mutant can either be dead or alive. It's really up to you. But many great spots where you can find Super Mutants here and around the wasteland. The first Super Mutant you come across right here at the north, kind of a lookout, actually pretty close to Vault 76. Right up here in Grafton Dam, the courtyard in Eastern Regional Penitentiary, right in the middle of the penitentiary. Of course, Grafton Steel Yard, great spots there. New Gad, Wade Airport. A little bit more of a challenge areas. We have West Tech Research. We have good old Huntersville here. Of course, we have the General Steakhouse. Skyline Valley region, we have the Grindstone Arch and Research Site Saxony. So many great spots for these guys here. Let's try our luck out here in Huntersville here today. We haven't been down here a little while with this character, so let's pop down here. Okay, and again, the Super Mutant can either be dead or alive, whatever you want to do. Let's make sure this light's off here. I don't think we can get him. He's quite far away. Let's see if we can get up here. Get up here real quick. Again, either dead or alive is fine. Right? So again, if you try going photo mode, which is off your map screen, it's not going to work this way. You have to use a Pro Snap Deluxe camera, which of course is considered a weapon here in the game, this bad boy right here, alright? So let's go ahead, we're going to aim it just like we would with a weapon. And you see the top right corner, see how it says Super Mutant Warlord? Watch what happens when we kind of move it away, see how it disappears. We have to make sure it has a Super Mutant description in the top right hand corner of the screen for it to work. So let's go ahead and take our picture, there we go. Take a camera picture of a Super Mutant 1-for-1 done. It is that easy. And again, if you go right on the Jim McSteel YouTube channel, the very first video you come across is how to get this camera, alright? And it's all time-stamped, and if you drop it by mistake, it will destroy itself, so I recommend hanging on to it, but there are ways that you can get it back. Okay, as compared to not getting it back. So it used to be very hard back in the day, but apparently we can get them maybe a little easier. I think they maybe fixed it maybe about a year and a half ago. But after you can get your very first Pro Snap Deluxe camera, you have to do a little side quest called Bucket List, where you have to go around and take photographs of the area, of different spots and around the wasteland. And once when you finish that, every time you come across a broken Pro Snap Deluxe camera, like anywhere in the game, you'll be able to fix that up at your Tinker's Workbench or Weapons Workbench, I think, and then get your Pro Snap Deluxe camera back. And of course, there is a random encounter which happens here in White Springs. Now, again, it's totally random. One person mentioned it took them about 2 weeks to get the specific random encounter to pop up for them finally. But it's where you have to take a photo, and you get a Pro Snap Deluxe camera there as well. But that one there can be a little bit more cumbersome to do. Alright. I was going to re-roll this guy, but I might leave him because I like to do a video on the Big Bloom itself. Alright, so there you guys go. Alright, let's head back to our camp real quick, and we'll take a look at the weapon of the day. It's funny, when we go through these weekly challenge videos, like the long ones, where it's like 9 challenges, I find we go through those fairly quick. As compared to these daily challenge videos, I find sometimes they can be just as long, or longer than the weekly ones for some reason, and it's just so odd. I just been noticing that lately. Alright, let's take a look here. The weapons workbench. Weapon of the day here, Jim. Two-shot Pyro Crusader pistol, +1 projectiles, +25% damage. Projectiles explode for +20% weapon damage, +15% reload speed. Two-shot explosive swift. Pyro receiver, standard long barrel, large magazine, short scope suppressor, default paint. 35 times 2 damage, 21 times 2 fire damage, 90 fire damage for 3 seconds. 10mm ammo, and it is single fire, but it is a very nice weapon. Loads very fast, shoots very fast. It's pretty awesome. And of course, it is just a pistol build here, so nothing real crazy. So under agility, we have Gunslinger Master, Gunslinger, Gunslinger Expert, all maxed out. Evasive, White Knight, Agilum. These random luck cards, which randomly pop in when they're being activated. Suppressor, Fireproof, Tank Killer, Crack Shot's a good one for pistols. Concentrated Fire, Grenadier, Steel Frame. These legendary perk cards here, they don't change for me, they stay the same. And as you can see, they're all maxed out, and I'm very, very happy with them. Yeah, so there you guys go. If you do have any more questions regarding the Big Bloom, again, I'm going to try my best to make a separate video for it, just kind of explaining as much as I can, but just kind of keep in mind it's fairly new to me as well. And but playing it a couple times, pretty much get the gist of it. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share me the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members: Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Yes Me, That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confounded Bridge, Van Durant, John, DJ59, Pick Your Rest, Benny, Bunny, Grinch, No, Tony Watson. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.